It is garage day number 2. We're going to go through my Prenuvo results. I had 3 things that popped up. A little scared about that. Allergies are just smacking me. It's so funny that I feel like crap, and then we're gonna go over health results. All right, my friends, good morning. It is garage day number 2. What is gonna happen this morning? They are gonna get here, and basically this is sat overnight. You would have seen part 1. I'm gonna come in here, scrape the flakes off, which you probably saw a little close up right there. So the first coat goes on the gloss, then they scrape it, then it dries, it settles, they come, then they would scrape it, and then put the other coat on and really kind of get the finishing touches done, like the 4 cracks in the middle of the garage, and kind of clean up the extra stuff, which is kind of along the edges and whatnot. Super exciting stuff. I'm gonna keep you along for the process before we go work out, before we update you on some health results from that whole body scan MRI that I did last week in California. As these daily vlogs progress, this garage will slowly start to turn into a full home gym. And just like that, my friends, we have come to the final stages of the garage floor makeover. Now, we just let it dry. It took them 2 days, not even. I mean, they have other jobs they're working on, doing crazy commercial, residential stuff. Mine was very little job. Golly, I cannot say enough about how good of a job they've done. Wow, I remember somebody told me to do this by myself. There's no way I could do this by myself. Actually, no, that's not true. I thought about it, I was like, oh, can of paint's like 48 bucks. I can do an epoxy kit for $48 or something super cheap. And then I was like, I toyed around with the idea, and then I was like, no. I watched some videos, there's no way I could have done it. And as you've seen some clips of the whole process, grinding it down, getting all the cracks right, all the prep work to get to this final piece. Now we let it dry about 24 hours before I can walk on it. I'll probably give it about 72 before I put a car in here, just because there's no reason for me to have a car anyways in here. But gosh, I'm excited. I'm freaking excited. It looks so good. I forgot that I was cooking my first meal of the day. Oh yeah, we got some browning. Meat mush coming in. Totally forgot while I was filming down there. Oops. It was literally yesterday that I was filming and this whole smoke alarms, fire alarms went off. Maybe we should roll that clip. What the heck? I'm very confused. I need to figure out what's going on. What am I doing? Yeah, the smoke alarms went off. And now here I am with actually very close to burning the house down, forgetting about my freaking meat. Oh, the power of meat mush. And on today's episode of what looks horribly not tasty, this version of meat mush. I'm realizing this is like the exact same video as yesterday, except we got ground turkey. A pound of ground turkey, kimchi, because it's good for the gut, fermented foods, sauerkraut, whatever you want. We've got Greek yogurt for extra protein and really just to bind it all together. It takes the flavor of the sriracha, which you saw go in last. We've got an avocado in there. We've got 4 pasture-raised eggs. I literally look forward to that every day. I also forgot I threw some coconut aminos in there too. So good. And just to make this video even more like yesterday, because it's a high-fat meal, I'll put my, well, this is kind of cool. I'm like aerial view with the camera. I'll take my fish oils, high EPA, DHA from Symbiotica. Use code Nick Walker. It's the highest quality fish oils that I've found. Lemon flavor. And I just swallow it. Yum. All right, my friends, I am wrapping up some work today. This beautiful Friday. I actually feel like absolute death, to be completely honest with you. Allergies are just smacking me. I don't know, maybe I'm a little just overexhausted from the marathon last week. Got a crazy headache, could be dehydration. I don't know, I usually don't get sick. I also was thinking, I don't know, this is crazy, but I've been out of Symbiotica supplements for about a week, and they just got here today. So I'm gonna smack some Symbiotica, and here we are with all the Symbiotica. So I'm gonna do the things that I need to do with them. I think my main ones will be the glutathione. It's a master antioxidant, and then obviously vitamin C. Each little pack is equivalent to 10 large oranges. And then I will I will smack some super greens, another detox immunity blend. Doing that with the vitamin C is actually just gonna be a crazy immune combination, and then get some molecular hydrogen in me, more antioxidants. That's gonna be kind of a little wellness protocol. I'm also just gonna go sweat my butt off and work out right now. And then when I get back, speaking of health, and by the way, if you want a discount on any of those and want to try that immune stack, use code Nick Walker. I think you get 20% off. The link is in the description. But speaking of health, when I get back from my workout, we're going to go through my Pronuvo results, the health scan that I did in Northern California last week. Bear with me. I'll be back in a couple of hours. Well, I didn't really expect to bring my GoPro, but I also had an idea that since I haven't gotten my steps in and I was inside all day, and now it's 3:15, still feel like crap. Not much sweat there. I think I'm just gonna go walk around downtown Nashville to get the rest of my steps in. I'm at like 4,700, so it's gonna be like 3 miles. I gotta get them in so I can just go hang out at home all night after this. I came prepared. Is it weird to wear sunglasses and a hat? Is that weird? I feel like that's like overkill. I feel like this is overkill. I don't know. Let's go get our steps in. We'll go home. I'll go over my Pronuvo health results. It's so funny that I feel like crap, and then we're gonna go over health results. Let's walk. Oh my goodness, my friends. Holy cow. I really don't feel that well. I think I might just be overexhausted. I don't know. Day in the life vlogs coming at you with some realness. We don't always feel 100%, and that's okay. I'm gonna do what I need to do to get some recovery. It is 5:29 on a Friday night. I'm literally about to shower, eat, and hopefully be done with everything by 7. And I literally think I'm gonna go to sleep at 7:30. So I'm gonna wrap this thing up with my results from the Pronuvo test. And basically, I had 3 things that popped up. I had a little cyst under my tongue. I could give you all the crazy medical terms for these, but basically what it was a cyst. It basically could have literally developed that day from something I ate earlier in the day. So minuscule that they were like, this is nothing. This is very benign. It's literally could have happened earlier in the day. And also I realize I'm being very out there with you guys, and I don't mind because I think it's important to talk about health. You know what? I feel like I need to go look at my notes. Hold on, give me 1 second. All right, so the first thing was a mucus retention cyst, nothing to worry about. The next one was an oral pharynx in your thyroglossal duct. Basically 95% of these that form in people happen from birth. And if it was something to worry about, you would notice something with your swallowing, especially pretty early on in life. Now, there are cases where you do get those and something happens later on, but again, unless there's any symptoms, nothing to worry about. So pretty healthy there as well. And the last thing that popped up on my test, and granted, literally everything comes up. I should get my phone to show you kind of on the app how everything pops up, but the last thing that came up on the test was a notice about an enlarged heart. So I was a little scared about that. She started going through all these things, and like, because that could be very, worrisome. She explained to me the difference in how big it was. Normal is 15.5 centimeters. Mine was like 16.4, about 0.9 bigger. And I started explaining what I do every day. And she's like, yeah, basically your heart is enlarged because it's working all the time. It's not a bad thing. That just explains it. And how big it is isn't really indicative of like, hey, we need to cut back, right? If it was way bigger, then maybe we need to talk, right? So I don't know, it's just very, and all these things that could also be from family history or different things. So things like that is just important to go to an annual checkup and make sure blood pressure, cholesterol, and everything is all in check and pretty much good. But I'm gonna show you really quick on the app how this thing kind of alerts you for things. And because I think it's really cool how getting this testing done and then it literally shows you all the scans and images. So here, let me show you. All right, so you go into your app and then it literally gives you nervous system, respiratory system, circulatory system, endocrine system, urinary system, reproductive, digestive, and musculoskeletal, right? So, and it kind of gives you down here, no findings, whatever. So let's go to respiratory system. I had one minor finding. This was the sinus and mastoid. This is then it literally gives you all these things that it checks. No adverse findings, but then here's one, the mucus retention cyst, right? Then it shows you the picture. Look how crazy that is. And there's the cyst. So crazy. So that's kind of how it does it. Again, I'll leave another link if you are interested in trying these out. I had a couple people reach out to me and say, yo, this is so cool, and thank you for saving me a little bit of cash, because I posted on my story yesterday. Yeah, it's just something I did, and they ended up giving me a code because of my platform, and I think it's important to talk about health and invest in your health. So $300 off if you use the code. I think it's just like prenuvo.com/Nick Walker, but I'll put it in the description or whatever. So that was my results. Good to know that I'm healthy, good to know that I'm living, good to know that it's funny to say all that, and I sit here and like kind of ready to go to sleep for the rest of my day. Just some sinus stuff. Maybe that's some mucus retention. I don't know. Anyways, that is all I have for you today on this daily vlog. I might take a break from daily vlogs tomorrow, maybe even for the whole weekend. We'll see. Pick them back up next week and go from there. This is one thing that I think that I'm going to implement in my life. I think I'm going to start taking Sundays where I have no social media at all. Literally nothing, and just have a disconnect day. I think it'd be healthy. Maybe I'll still schedule posts to go out on Sundays, but like I won't physically be doing that. I can do that ahead of time. So appreciate you watching, following along on these daily vlogs as usual. Hope that there's some kind of value that I provide you, whether it's information, humor, energy, food, nutrition, anything, a simple smile, whatever it is. I do appreciate you, the support you guys show me across platforms. I'm forever indebted. Thanks for watching again. I repeated myself so much. I'll see you next time. Have an awesome freaking day, and don't forget to smile.